What's up, Chromies? Welcome back to the Hanging with the Chromies podcast. We are a couple hours away from our match versus Columbus Crew. Just want to get on here and talk about our 3-1 victory against Real Salt Lake last Saturday. Also wanted to touch on San Diego FC's update regarding the homophobic chant and, give a little prediction on our match against Columbus Crew. Kicks off in a couple hours. This episode is a little bit late. I want to apologize. I will get the consistency down a little better as we keep going forward. But once again, welcome to episode 3 of Hanging with the Chromies. Let's get to it. San Diego FC beat Real Salt Lake 3-1 this past Saturday. We looked pretty good. It was one of our better games, up there with our victory against LA Galaxy. After the home game against St. Louis, a lot of fans were a little down because although San Diego FC was undefeated, they had allowed 0 goals. The narrative and the news coming out of that game was the homophobic chants, and the team was condemning it, the players were condemning it, the coach was condemning it, the support group was condemning it, rightfully so. But we also got away from talking about San Diego, it seemed like, and we didn't really talk about too much about Chucky getting hurt and how bad we looked on offense, how stagnant it looked once Chucky Lozano went out and St. Louis just sat back. So I was super excited to see how we were going to bounce back against Real Salt Lake, a better opponent than St. Louis away. The first time San Diego FC goes out of California, they played an away game in LA, in California, just a couple hours, north of San Diego. Then they played in San Diego. So, although LA Galaxy was an away game, it wasn't that far. So it was nice to see that there was traveling fans. There was San Diego FC fans in Real Salt Lake FC Stadium. So that was nice. That's one of the things that you got to keep an eye on for new expansion teams. Like how usually they get good home support, but how is their support away? I myself am going to go to the Earthquakes game here in the Bay Area when San Diego FC comes. I also just recently bought tickets to the LAFC SDFC game when LAFC goes and visits our home team, San Diego. So I'll be going to San Diego to see that. But yeah, back to the game. I think San Diego FC plays better when the opponent has to go forward. They played better against Galaxy, where Galaxy was the defending champions. Home opener, ring ceremony, they had to go forward. And then Real Salt Lake, in Real Salt Lake's home, they had to go forward. They had to look for the game. And Real Salt Lake scored the first goal. So it was a little daunting. It was a little scary because Real Salt Lake is a good team. They went up 1-0. And then you start thinking about how it was difficult for San Diego to, get through St. Louis low block in our home game. Like St. Louis just sat back and it was hard to break them down. So you start thinking like, wow, if Real Salt Lake scored so early, they might be able to sit back, and then will San Diego FC be able to break them down? Hopefully, Real Salt Lake doesn't just sit back. They're at home. They were still looking to go get that second goal. They were going forward. They were going for it. Our defense, we got a little lucky. I don't want to lie. We did get a little lucky. In another universe, they could go up 2-0. They could go up 3-0. They had some chances. They had some good chances. Dos Santos had some saves. We got lucky a couple of times that they couldn't finish. They had a couple one-on-ones against our keeper, against Dos Santos, that they didn't take advantage. So, in another universe, it could have been worse than 1-0. So, got to be thankful for us to not go down bigger. But in the same vein, San Diego FC did have more chances. I think the announcer at the end said that this game could have ended like 4-3 instead of 3-1. It was a very entertaining game. Like I said, I'm glad Real Salt Lake didn't just sit back and try to get us on the counterattack. They were still trying to go forward. They were still trying to get that second goal. And, I appreciate that. And I think Real Salt Lake has a good chance to do some things this season just because they are a team that likes to go forward, likes to get the ball, doesn't like to sit back. But like I said, San Diego FC showed that they could struggle breaking down a low block against St. Louis. But thankfully, that wasn't the case against Real Salt Lake. We were able to get the 1-1 tie right before the half. I do want to give a shout out to Thomas Angel because he got the assist on the second goal against LAFC. And then he didn't play good at all versus St. Louis. He was losing the ball. He was bad in possession. He looked sloppy, but he had a quality assist against Real Salt Lake. So I want to give him a little credit. Tomas Angel. Negri got the goal. Good header. Love to see that run from the left back, passing it to a forward and keeping his run going. Whether you overlap, whether you take his spot in the center, like you love to see that from Negri. So shout out Negri for doing that. Great stuff. Great stuff happens when your fullbacks go forward. Negri did that going forward in the first goal. He gave the ball to Tomas Angel, and he took his spot in the center of the box. And in the second goal, William Kumado does an insane run, gives himself a through ball, chases after it, puts it in the box. You get a rebound, you get a deflection. Dreyer's right there to push it in, and you get the 2-1 victory, and that's the winning goal. So in the first two goals, our fullbacks were directly in the heart of it. So you love to see that from your fullbacks. Mickey Varas has said that, this team is going to have possession. They're going to go forward. They're going to propose. They're going to dictate the game. And we have seen that in 2 out of the 3 games so far this season, and namely the 2 away games. So hopefully tonight, San Diego FC is able to dictate the game and give their home supporting fans, give us, something to cheer about in our home game. So you love to see that against Real Salt Lake. So we were to look at the player ratings from that game. Dreyer gets an 8.6 star of the game, gets his goal, or our marksman. He has 3 goals in 3 games. You love to see that. Great start to the season. He did give the ball away in the first goal, so you gotta, don't be losing the ball, man. You put us in a tough spot. We got hit on the counterattack. Tomas Angel, like I said, I already gave him a little bit of love. He got the beautiful assist in the first goal. He got off in the 64th minute. Like I said, second game, he did not look good at all. He was sloppy in possession, but he kind of made up for it this game. And Varston, that was a class finish on the third goal. He scored the security goal. He had another chance earlier in the game that he couldn't put away, but he made up for it at the end. And it's good to see him get on the scoreline. That's one of the doubts that we had going into the season with Dreyer being a natural goal scorer. Chucky Lozano, not really a natural goal scorer. He's more like, getting hockey assist, the assist before the assist, getting assists. He does get some goals here and there, but you were wondering where were the goals going to come from. So you want to see Dreyer get on the score sheet. You want to see Varston get on the score sheet. When Chucky Lozano comes back, you want to see him scoring goals as well. De La Torre had a good shot that got stopped by the keeper. He was solid overall. Vrexkov, he was cool. He was smooth. He had like a sloppy play where it looked like he had a dangerous play open up for him right outside the box where he slipped on his own foot. A little messy by him, but nothing crazy. He had a solid game as well. Godoy lost the ball a couple times on possession, but recovered in other times. Godoy, he did lose the ball a couple times in possession, but other times he was the one winning the ball back. So overall, solid performance by everyone. Dos Santos, like I said, keep an eye on Dos Santos. That's one of our weaknesses, or so it was going into the season. Not a lot of experience playing top flight football. So shout out to him for having a good start of the season. Negri, like I said, it's going to be important for our fullbacks to go forward to get into attacking positions. You love to see Negri do it, and you love to see William Kamado do it, get on the score sheet. There's some people that have been saying William Kamado should start because he's more offensive. He's speed. He has a lot of speed. He could offer a lot going up the right side. Lawfulson, he's been solid. I think for now, and with our defense still, work in progress, I think being a little more secure in the back is not a bad strategy. But I do hear people when they say, William Kamado has looked good. He got a 6.5, but right now I think he's a good impact sub. Like if you sub him in, he could add a lot of speed. He could add a lot of energy towards the end of the game. But yeah, overall I think San Diego FC had a really good game. Mickey Varas had good subs, and the team did great. So overall, great victory, great match day 3 for San Diego FC. Solid display by the team, and I'm very excited to see how we do against Columbus Crew. But during the week, San Diego FC did make a statement on what they're gonna do to combat the discriminatory chant. All right, so we're here on the San Diego FC website, and we're trying to see what they're gonna do to stop the homophobic chant. They're gonna do fan communication, in-stadium signage, pre-match message, supporters banner, enhancing security measures, and the FIFA 3-step protocol will be in effect for San Diego FC matches. So what do I think about this? Let's see. The fan communication, it looks like they're gonna send out a newsletter. To be honest, I I don't think that's gonna do much. Fan communication, like people read emails and stuff, but I don't think it has that much of an impact. That won't really deter fans. In stadium signage, a flyer will be placed in each cup holder, reminding fans. You know, that one's better. That one's right there in your seat. Aquí no, not here. So that one's good. I mean, I'm applauding all of these, actions. I'm just giving it, my reaction to see if this will actually work. Pre-match message prior to kickoff, SDFC, CEO, Coach Mickey Vares, Godoy, and the supporter union leadership will deliver message of unity, inclusivity, and seal time. All right, that's a good one. You get the CEO, you get the coach, you get, the heart of the midfield right now, Godoy, supporter union. That could have an impact. I want to say right now, with the team being so young, there is a lot of, quote unquote casual fans that are going to the stadium that don't necessarily know all the players or the CEO. They might know the coach. So I think they need to put someone bigger there. Chucky Lozano's hurt, but I would trot him out there and have him talk. I would even have Manny Machado go in there. He's well known in San Diego. Everyone knows who he is. So it's a good idea. But like I don't know if like the CEO Tom Penn, like I don't know what that does for people. A lot of times there's a lot of CEOs that I don't know. Like if the Lakers were having a bad time, or like I don't know, Club America, and the owner, the CEO went out there, I don't know if that would have too much of an impact. The head coach, Godoy, is a good player. He's been solid for us so far, but I don't know how many casual fans recognize him. I'm thinking, so I would like to get, Manny Machado, he is an owner as well. Or even like Chucky Lozano or Dreyer out there. So we'll see how that plays out. Supporters banner, visible in stadium banner reinforcing the message condemning the chant. That's a good one. It'll be probably a big tifo. It'll probably be a big tifo on the supporter section. That's cool. That's a good one. This is probably the biggest one. Security measure, enhanced security measures. The number of stadium security personnel will be increased and strategically positioned in key areas. With a heightened presence near the opposing goalkeeper section, offenders will be identified, ejected, and may face additional sanctions. That's the big one. So we'll see what security does at the stadium. Very curious to see. I am going to the home game in 2 weeks, so we'll see how it escalates from the first game to the second game to the third game at home. And the FIFA 3-step protocol, this one, I mean, I've seen them talk about it. I've been at stadiums where they talk about it, but I mean, it's supposed to be, they stop and then they suspend it and then they abandon it. But from what I've seen, they don't get to the suspend or abandon part. The most I've seen it get to is they stop play and the referee talks to the fans. But I have not seen them suspend or abandon a match. Maybe I'm a casual and I don't remember, or I think I saw people that said it in a women's game, but in a men's game, like I went to the Copa America game with Mexico at the SoFi Stadium in LA, and they were talking about it, and they never suspended the game, and they were like chanting it multiple times. And I think I saw a game at Levi's versus Colombia, and I'm pretty sure they said the same thing, but it never got to the suspend or abandon. So sometimes the chants start very late, like in the 85th minute, and at that point it's like you could get 2 or 3 chants. You could get like 2 or 3 goal kicks in the 85th minute to like the 93rd minute, and I feel like sometimes at that point they're just like, oh, we're so close to the end, like let's just wrap it up. Like we don't gotta suspend this game. So we'll see how it goes. Like I said, props to San Diego FC for taking the initiative and putting all these different strategies out there. I think the big one is the pre-match message and the enhanced security measures. Like I said, I would like to see, like, if they want name recognition out there where people would be like, I am going to listen to this guy. It would be nice to add Manny Machado, even if Chucky's hurt, put him out there. and then with Mickey Farr as the head coach. I think that would be the best course of action. Even throw I know he's not an owner, but bring Tatis in there. He knows Spanish. He could talk to them in Spanish. We'll see how it goes. Like I said, kickoff is in a couple hours. We'll see if this message gets through to the fans. I mean, hopefully, I'm hopeful. I'm thinking this is gonna be an exciting game. Crew's not gonna sit back. Crew's gonna go look for the game. So I think this game will be more exciting than the first home game. So because of that, I do think that the game will be more entertaining. The fans will be more entertained. They'll be focused on the game. And if San Diego FC has good form, it looks like they're figuring out how to play without Chucky Lozano. So because of that, I am hopeful. I'm very hopeful that this game will not be stopped, and we'll be able to talk about the game and just the game after the game instead of talking about, fans misbehaving at the stadium. But before we go, let's talk about this next game versus Columbus Crew. Crew is going to be an exciting match. I think we're going to be entertained all 90 minutes. I do got to say, we got to keep an eye on Rossi, man. Like, he's a good player. He knows all about being part of a newcomer's club to the MLS. You see right here, he has 2 goals, 27 years old, right-footed. He's good, man. He like if you see right here on the right side, he played for LAFC from 2018, 2021. Did really, really good. Look at all those goals, 59 goals. Then he went to Turkey, Fenerbahce. Did all right with them, and now he's back with Columbus Crew, and he's banging goals again. He has 2 goals this season. He has a nice rating, 7.24. And this website, FOTMob, if you guys aren't familiar, like it's a great website. It's I got the app. I'm always on the website. I have no connection to them. Hopefully one day I am able to have a connection with them. But yeah, just want to highlight them. Like, this is one of the best websites to follow soccer news and soccer stats and stuff like that. So keep an eye on Rossi, man. Keep an eye on Rossi. He's a good player, Uruguayan. They have some injuries. We got Lozano. I think Lozano is the most important one here. Columbus Crew, they got more competitions than we do. Like, we're such a brand new team. We're not, CONCACAF Champions League and anything like that. So they got a little more matches under the belt. Like I said, they're playing in about 2 hours and 10 minutes as of recording. But yeah, like I said, Dreyer, hopefully Dreyer has a good game. And Rossi, we got to keep an eye on him. He's a real threat. He's a real threat out there for Columbus. But yeah, I think San Diego FC is carrying good form. Like I said, one of my worries right now, one of my takeaways from these 3 games so far in this season is that SDFC is good with the ball on their feet. We've beaten each team we've played in the possession game. We've been the team with more possession, and we're not bad at scoring either. We got 5 goals in 3 games. That's not bad. That's a good goal scoring average. But all 5 goals came in the away games, and we have a goose egg in our 1 home game. So hopefully we break that today. There's this meme going around: San Diego FC at home, San Diego FC on the road. And I think it's kind of accurate. If you guys are just listening, it's a strong SpongeBob and it's a weak SpongeBob looking all goofy. So hopefully we break that. We break that perception that we have. But let's see. Columbus it's a tough out. Like I said, San Diego FC, Google is giving us a 40% chance of winning and a 60% chance of drawing or Columbus winning combined. So we might not walk out with the victory today, according to Google, but I think there's a big possibility that we could do it. Like I said, San Diego FC is a good team. We're in good form. We scored 3 in Real Salt Lake away, and from what I'm seeing, the tickets, it looks like it's going to be another packed house at Snapdragon. So we'll see how we do, but I think we should get our first home victory today, and it'll be a big one. Like, if we go to 10 points out of 4 games, that'll be huge. Columbus did hella good last season too. They ended in like 2nd place in their conference, or 3rd place, one of those 2. But they did good last season. They're doing good this year. They have 7 points just like us. They have Rossi. They have other good players. So if we're able to beat them at home, 3 wins, 1 draw out of 4 games, that would be so nice. So hope everyone watches that game. Like I said, I'm gonna try to get better with the timing of the episodes. But yeah, go San Diego FC, Azuli Chrome. Let's fucking do it. And I am gonna get scarves. I'm getting scarves. They're gonna be on my backdrop pretty soon, and I am gonna get the jerseys, the home and away. So just waiting for that paycheck to hit. But yeah, this has been Hanging with the Chromies. Thank you, Chromies, for listening to the pod, staying here for a while.